Hi everyone, and welcome to another video by Happy Place Creations. And today I have a new set of molds I've been seeing everywhere, and it is the continents. And due to the new, the elections going on and all the controversies going on everywhere, I thought we'd do these. Now it's an 8-piece set. So I'm going to do 4 today and 4 in the next video. And we have Oceania, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Antarctica, North America, and the United States. So I just picked 4 random and I just threw them on the tray. So it's not going to matter which ones that I do. I do want to do the United States. So I'm just going to throw 4 on another tray over here to my side, and I'm going to do these 4. And they are Europe, this one looks like Asia, the United States, and this one looks like it's North America. I never was really good in school as far as knowing my continents, so history wasn't my favorite. And I've decided to use the Pearlex collection. This is the Pearlex. This is what they look like. And I'm also trying out my new foils. Now this is, I believe, a rose gold, which we're going to use with the Scarlet Pearlex. This is a silver and blue, and we're going to use that with the sapphire blue Pearlex. And I have this beautiful green, which would be great for St. Patrick's Day. And we're going to use this one with the emerald Pearlex. And this is the purple. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to use that with the shimmer violet. Now I'm not sure how dark this one is because I actually have never used it before. And it looks kind of dark. Can you see that? So I may lighten that up with a little bit of white. Oh goodness, did you see what I just did? See what I mean? I am an accident waiting to happen. So I'm going to pause right here and clean this mess up because it's all down the front of me. And I want to try to save as much as I can. So I shall be right back. Hey everybody. I cleaned up my mess. And what a mess it was. It was on the floor. It was on my chair. It was all down the front of me. It was a mess. So I had to take some time to clean it up. But I'm back. And I have our flakes out in the cups. And I have our powder all measured out in the cups. Just in case I was going to make another mess, it wasn't going to be on the camera for the second time. So, and I have our molds all washed and dried. I dried them on the heat mat so that they would dry instead of having to wait overnight. So I am now going to mix up some resin and get this show on the road. So I shall return in just a few moments. Alrighty, I have our resin all mixed up, nice and clear, and I am using that Fast Cure brand. That gives me a 40-minute work time, and I thought that's what we needed. So I got a little bit of something in this one. Oh, it's on the bottom, but that's okay. So we are going to start with putting some resin in our mica powder so that we can mix it up a little bit and then let it soak a little bit so that we know it's going to get mixed up pretty good. So we will start with just pouring in some. And then I'll pour some in our foils. I really don't know how much we're going to need. I've never done these before. And if I run out, then I will just mix up some more. So I'm going to set them to a side. I only mixed up a cup. And I am not going to set that there. Because the way my day has been going, as you saw, and I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. Today is the day after Christmas. Isn't that a pretty blue? That is a beautiful color. And again, this is by Pearl X. And I'm just going to get it mixed up a little bit and then let it sit a little bit while I mix up the foil. And then we will go from there. I'm sorry, I'm off the camera. I'm out of camera eye. And you always want to scrape your cup. And you want to scrape your mixing utensil because a lot of powder gets stuck to that. I didn't do that in the blue one, so I'm going to go do that now while the green sits. We're going to do some of the foils now. Oh, and I didn't get me some mixing utensils for the foils. Excuse me a moment. I'm really not sure how much of this I'm going to need when I start dumping. So I'm trying to guess. And I get my stick wet with the resin, and then I go and mix up and pick up the strays and get them mixed down in. Because this stuff flies all over the place, especially with the brand new bottle that I just opened. It wanted to fly everywhere. Get it mixed in and get it broke up. That way we don't have big chunks. And I did put the resin through the vacuum chamber. With all this mixing, I'm probably adding more bubbles. Plus the foils will add bubbles itself. And I'm going to do the United States in the blue with the silver and blue. And then after that, I don't care what color I use anywhere. But I wanted to put the blue one in the United States, because I'm partial to blue. Alrighty, I'm going to just let the green sit for a moment longer, and I'm going to dump the blue. And then I'm not sure I have enough resin to do a second one, unless I have a small one. But I really don't see a small one. But I'm going to do this one in the green. So I'm not sure if that is on the inside or the outside. Now what did I do? Just get blue in that? Yes, I did. So let's find out. So I'm going to do the United States and... Sorry, I don't know my continent. I have a cheat sheet right here. And this one is Europe. So I'm going to do the United States in the blue and Europe in green. This one. And I will clean that area up when we're done. And I want to have the foils over on this side. So I'm just going to put enough here so I can move some into the cavities, hopefully, before it moves too far over the other way. Like so. Like so. And now the rest I am going to pour. And where it ends up, it ends up. And I don't want that split line. See this? So I am just gonna kind of blend it in a little bit and see what happens. Because resin will keep moving. And we will see how it turns out. Now let's do the green, and what I'm forgetting is the alcohol. Now let me move these to the side, and we will do something with those. And now let's do this one in the green. And now this one, I want to put some green down in this end. And I want to make sure I put some down in here before I pour it in, like so. And now I will we will pour the green. Sorry, I'm not talking, I'm concentrating. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the blue. Just a little bit of mixing. Sorry, I'm probably right in your way. Just to see what it does. Now I have a little bit of green and blue left. And very little of this left. And probably not enough to do another one as far as a split. So I really don't want to waste it. So what are we gonna do? How about we do this one? And we can mix up the blue. Mix up the green. And this time I'm going to do up here. Like that. And then this end's gonna be blue. So I can get right down in that little nook. Yeah, that's going in good. Okay. Trying to get out of your way, and I'm just getting in your way. And we're going to dump some blue right here. And some blue over here. Like so. And then we're going to take some of this and put it in the green. And then we're going to dump the green. like so. And now a little bit more green. I'm just going to push that blue. And I really don't want it to push it too much. There we go. Do a little bit more here. Just going to help to push that blue up there in the corner. And then a little bit more blue here. I'm just going to push that blue foil, I mean. Oops, I'm shaking. Just to help fill up the mold. I got a tiny bit more green I can put in there. Just to help fill up this mold. And bring the level up to being full. Planned on making a purple and a gold one, but I don't want to waste the resin. It's here, let's use it. Them 3 are finished. Now we have 3 that match. And I'm going to just set them cups aside because I do reuse my cups. Actually, I have a little green left. I'm going to push this a little bit more to push that clear up. Go and to help fill up this mold. And what I do with my squirt bottle, you see bubbles sitting on the top. We want to get rid of that idea. And this, where it's not, well, I don't know, I'll mix it. I got blue and green, and then I got green on blue, and I think I'm going to leave it and let the mica powder do its thing. So now I will have to mix up some more resin in order to do this last one. Because I do not have enough to do that whole thing unless I do a thin layer of this, and then I put the solid color on the back. Don't know. It might have enough. I don't know. That's going to be an awful thin layer. But it would be enough just to hold this down. I'm going to attempt it. You can always scrape the container, and you will be surprised how much you can get out of a container just by scraping it. Whoop! That was a bright move. I just dumped that whole cup of foil on the floor. Means I have another cleanup. But that's okay. Oh, what did I do with my sticks? Alright, yeah. Clean her up, break her up. That's all I'm doing is just trying to get it wet and scraping it off the sides of the cup so I can pour it in the mold. And see if it covers the whole thing. Are we ready? See how far I can get this spread out. And see, the gaps will allow the back color to come through. Now we just spread it out. I'm just going to tip this so that I can get it to go into all these corners. And make sure it's all sitting where it needs to be, because it will level out. I just got to make sure I catch every little corner and crevice, and then it will self-level, hopefully. And any gaps that might be left, it will, well, you can see the back through it, the back coloring, whatever I choose to put on there. So I am going to let these sit, and as soon as this has cured enough, I am going to put the purple background on it, which is right here. Meanwhile, I am going to pick up my gold foil that just fell on the floor, and I will go from there. Just give this a little bit of another spray. Keep these bubbles down. And when these have cured enough, when these have finally cured, then I will be back. And that will be after I have already poured the second layer of the purple. So I shall see you guys when they're ready. Hi everyone. Now these have cured. And this has cured, but it's still very bendable. It's very soft still. That's what I wanted. Now, if you're wondering about these pieces right here, excuse me, I took this and I bent it back a little bit, and I just took my scissors and I snipped both these ends. This way the solid is going to show, like here, solid and this. So it's purple, but it's going to at least have some of the solid showing on the front when we turn it over. Let's see, I made some bubbles, but I'm not worried about the center. As long as the sides are still intact, I'm good to go. Because I don't want any resin going underneath. Like I said, all I did was bend this part back, snip it with the scissors, because it's very thin and very bendable right now. That means it was good for me to cut. So I'm going to mix up some resin. I'm going to dump on our purple. I'm going to let this fully cure, and then I'm going to be back for our demold. Hi everyone. Our items have cured and are ready to be demolded. Let's start with this one first. These seem to be coming out nice and easy. Let's get them all out before we take a look, huh? I'm beginning to think I put the foil in too thick, so I'm not seeing much background. But we shall see when we get it out of the mold what happened. Because if that's the case, when I do the other 4, I won't put as much in, so it'll be more of a view. See-through, I should say. More of a see-through. Coming out nice and clean. Now this is the one I was concerned about the most. Wondering if the powder got underneath when I had bent these back. See, this is on the outside. It kind of bent over went over a little bit when I was checking to make sure I didn't have bubbles. I pushed it over the side a little bit, so I'm just going to clear this off a little. There we go. I'll get them right in the wash. A little bit of soap and water. Alright, well let's do this one that I'm more curious about the rest and see how it come out. Well, we do have a line here and here, but that's how this one come out. I'm not quite sure which way it's supposed to face, but and there we go. We'll move on to this one next. Well, I'm liking the effects of the powder, but I'm not liking the fact we didn't have much of the foil showing on the other side. So this is kind of like my side that I like, is this side. And we'll go to this one next. And again, we have some of the foil here. We got this beautiful pattern from the mica powder, and then we have the solid. So it's a toss-up between this side or this side, and I'm gonna go with this side because we still have the mica powder effect here, but we have more of the foil on this side, so I'm gonna go with that side. We're going with this side because obviously that's all powder on that side. And now let's see how the United States came out. Oh, we got a 3-tier here. We got a solid, we got some variations from the mica powder, and we got the foil. So I'm going to go with this side on this one. So that's how our 4 turned out. And we still have the other 4 of the set to do, and I will do those in a later video. I don't want to have 4 and 4 back-to-back videos, so we are going to do a new video for my next one. But I kind of like these. I will do them different next time I do these molds. Instead of doing the foil and a mica powder, maybe I'll do the other 4 in a different way. So that was the first set out of the 8. And this concludes this first video. I thank you for joining me. As we move into the new year, it's coming. And I hope anyone that's working on crafts, I hope they're coming out amazing. Please do check out my eBay store listed in the description box below. I've added a bunch of new items. And you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.